Hello and welcome to the League of the Ordinaree Degenerates. I'm George Kittle.
Trent Taylor here in the building.
What's up, guys?
We're going to let you guys know, go Niners, go Nick Bosa, and we're going to have some fun this year, guys.
Let's go, baby!
Woo!
All right, you degenerates. Week 4, baby. It's here. Can you believe it? We're almost halfway through the season. It's crazy. What? 4 weeks?
Halfway through the season? 4 weeks out of a... No.
Okay,
No.
maybe not halfway.
Math is hard. It's all right. It's all right. Keep going.
I'm not good at this stuff.
Yeah.
But we're a quarter of the way through the season. Woo!
I like that. You better leave that in.
Oh, it's staying. Welcome back, guys. This last week was crazy, man. We had some big games happening and some big losses, and we're not doing great on our picks, brother. We got to step up our picks. We're going to get into that towards the end of the podcast. Neither of us are doing well. I don't think either of us are 500, so we're going to have to get better.
I kind of like just ribbing our friends. Getting it right doesn't always matter, but getting under somebody's skin, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Let's get right to it, man. Let's get right into it. Our first segment this week, we're going to go through our weekly matchups from last week. Basically, that's what we're going to do every week. We're going to start this thing out that way. We had some games that were a little surprising, and some other games that you kind of saw it coming. And right now, last week, we started off with Bobby versus you in the first game. You unfortunately took the loss. What was the score? I had it in front of me a second ago. 120.
I took the win.
Oh, sorry. You took the win, Bobby.
Brother. No. I took the win against Bobby, 121-90. I moved to 2-1. Bobby's down to 0-3. Bobby. We keep talking about you. Got to do it better, buddy. But yeah, no, to tell you the truth, it wasn't a great week for me. Justin Jefferson, the worst player in the NFL, is still killing me. But, I'm doing just enough to pull out the wins, and I'll take that while I work on my team.
I know why I said that wrong, because I was looking at my notes, and I highlighted the winners and losers, and for some reason, I highlighted you, or I don't know, I messed up. I highlighted Bobby instead of you on my sheet. So,
okay.
My bad. Matt, you
good.
Win. Let's move on to the next game. Sean versus Ryan. That was a big win for Rye Bread.
Yeah.
What was that? 117-107 was the score. I thought that was he had some players perform admirable. Allen, Henry showed up this week with 24, which is big for him. I wasn't expecting that after last week. So yeah, I think he had a great week. What about you? You see anything?
Yeah, Sean lost, and he played Carson Wentz. He deserves to lose. I mean, it's Carson Wentz. It's 2022. I don't know who else he'd start because the quarterbacks all suck this year pretty much, but he's starting Carson Wentz. I can't give him too much sympathy for that one.
He only had only other option was Justin Fields on his bench.
Or the other 7 guys are still on the waiver wire who outscored both of them.
I guess he could have picked up. Yeah.
There was options, but yeah, Carson Wentz, boo. So, Commissioner took on Justin. I previewed this last week. The guys who love to throw money at each other and, bet on anything they can, color of socks the guys are wearing or whatever else.
Yeah.
Nate and Justin. Nate is at 2-1, Justin 1-2, and Nate took the win at 156-144. Those scores will beat most other teams in the league. So, Justin could have easily been 2-1 if he played anybody else, but I think there weren't any real bonehead mistakes in there. Justin could have put Russell Gage in over pretty much any of his receivers. Oh, yeah, he did. He did better than any of his other receivers. So Justin could have pulled out the win. He had enough points on his bench if he would have played him. But, yeah, good win for Nate. Moves to 2-1, tied for the league lead.
Yep. That's a solid start by Nate. He got everybody there on his team putting up over 10 points, basically, except for DJ Moore and one of his defenders. I don't know why he's still running DJ Moore out there, but I don't think he has any better options right now unless he can get a trade offer in there for somebody that might be able to help him out. I keep ignoring his trade offers.
I saw that in the text thread today that he said, "Oh, you still have the league turned on or something."
I know.
Yeah.
He's sending me good offers too, and I just keep ignoring them. So maybe I'll
It's a good move, solid move. Play hard to get.
Try and look at those again today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought overall Nate's team performed admirable. So good job, Nate. Let's move on to the next one. You got right there, Joe, 0-3 this week against Josh, who went 2-1 after the win, 144 to 129. Yeah, dude, that's a solid win this week for Josh's team.
Yeah, the team that I predicted to be the worst in the league is at 2-1, tied for the league lead with Nate, me, and a few other guys. So, Josh, maybe I was a little harsh on you. I'm not ready to retract it yet. But dude, Joe, winless. Come on, man. Come on, Joe.
Wait a second.
Honestly,
he's not 0-3, by the way. I just realized he's 0-2-1.
0-2-1. You're right. I had it wrong in the show notes. 0-2-1.
Yeah. He's about to kill us. He's doing that.
Dude. Yeah.
What?
There's nothing he could have done any different. There's nobody on his bench he could have put in to pull out that win. So, yeah, Josh got him, and Josh actually got a couple points on his bench too. So, yeah, nice job, Josh. Nice job. The next matchup we got is Steve moved to 1-1-1 versus Ben, who is 2-1. Steve took the win 123 to 103.
That's a tough loss.
How's it feel to give Steve his first win?
It was a tough loss. I didn't play players in the right places where I thought I could have. It's always tough to lose to a team who's doesn't have a winning record. You want to always try and beat up on those guys. And I made a real bonehead move this week, not having Herbert in my lineup, although he was a game time decision and I wasn't sure what he was going to do. So I picked up Flacco, thinking Flacco might have a good game, and he's throwing a lot. And that was a bad choice. Flacco got me -1. And Herbert only got me 11, so he wouldn't have won me the game, Herbert, anyways. But It was still a bad choice on my part.
Well, and we texted while the game was going on, and you realized you made a mistake and it's a, kind of a rookie mistake. You just didn't think it through. But I see a lot of people new to fantasy football doing this. You started Flacco in a morning game with Herbert in a night game, and you could have easily moved to somebody in an afternoon game to give you at least 4 more hours to make the decision or see if Herbert was going to play, that kind of stuff. And you admitted it to me right off the bat. You're like, oh man, I didn't even think that one through. I should have easily done that. And it is little things like that can win you the league. And that's something you're going to have to overcome.
It was a bonehead move. Definitely a bonehead move. Mariota was sitting out there. There was a few other people that were sitting out there that I could have picked up for that 1:00 game, and I just didn't. It was a bonehead move. All right, Adam versus Alex, 2-1. Adam crushed him 173 to 118. Dude, Alex's team just did not show up for him this week, and what are you going to do? I mean, when you're playing a team who puts up 173, it's not likely that you're going to win usually anyways. But, Alex's team didn't show up. Connor didn't show up. Swift is hurt. Hill, after a huge game last week, came out with 5 points this week. Waller, nothing. He started Mostert. I
would have started Mostert also if I had the option between their running backs. Mostert got more touches a week before. I would think I would have made that call also. But yeah, no, his team fell apart big time. And how about Adam? We had him on week 1 for the low score.
Yeah.
And then he turned out the second high score in week 2 and the high score in week 3. This dude is on fire, and he actually had more points on his bench. I mean, he had, let me do quick math real quick. He had like 75 points on his bench. I mean, yeah, it may not have just been Antonio Brown in the dynasty years or the keeper years that got him his championships. He might actually know what he's doing.
A little bit. I mean, he had some big games. He had Jackson with 45, Smith with 30, Cooper put up 23. So yeah, I mean, he had some big numbers on his team this week. So, we'll see how that turns out for him the rest of the season, if he can continue to roll. But, I think as of right now, you come on our show, you might have a good chance to turn your season around. It didn't work for Alex last week, unfortunately.
Oh, didn't work for Joe either.
Didn't work for Joe either.
Joe's on his low score and he's still winless. So
That's true.
But
all right, guys, those were our weekly matchups for last week. We're gonna move it right along to our shoulda, woulda, couldas. Our shoulda, woulda, coulda this week, unfortunately, brother, goes out to you.
why?
Why? You decided you preached a big game like last week on the podcast or 2 weeks ago on the podcast about if there's somebody on the waiver wire that you go after and you spend all this time and money to get, you should definitely put him in your starting lineup. You went after Tyler Boyd after I dropped him last week, and you picked him up, put him on your bench, and you kept him on your bench, and he scored you 23 points that could have helped you.
Yeah.
Down the road,
I still got the win.
You got the win, but if you would have been facing, somebody like Adam or maybe not Adam, but somebody else that might have helped you win the game. No,
I get it. So that week for Tyler Boyd, I put my waiver claim in. It was more of a keep the league honest kind of bid. I really didn't think I was going to get him. I was like position 9 or 10. I only put in 4 waiver claims. I really didn't expect to get any of them, and I did. So I'm really shocked at why the league didn't go after him. It may be because he only has 2 or 3 big games a year. That might be the issue. But yeah. No, like I said, I wasn't really targeting him. I was just trying to keep everybody honest and make sure guys who stay up late to get guys for free couldn't get him. But yeah, enough of my excuses. I could have played him. I won either way, but I'm ready to trade him back to you. It's going to be his best game of the year.
You also were big on Zay Jones all preseason, and you kept telling me about Zay Jones. Yep. Zay Jones. You got to get Zay Jones. And again, 27 points on your bench, my friend.
I'm really happy about that. I'm really, really happy about that. I actually traded for him in Dynasty also from Bobby. Traded a 4th round pick. He was holding out for a 3rd. I said I'd never pay that. I got him there. It was I think he's going to be good. Let me get him and see if he'll be good. I didn't burn waiver priority to get him or spend a lot of money. But yeah, I'm stoked. I'm going to start putting him in there. He's number 2 on that team. Marvin Jones looks like he's, losing a step. He's, old. So yeah, Christian Kirk looks amazing there. And Zay Jones is falling right behind him. I said that team's going to make the playoffs, and I'm doubling down on that. I think they're going to be there. I think they're going to be a double-digit win team. Should be a lot of fun.
Jacksonville kicking ass. Yep. Good thing you got Zay Jones and Tyler Boyd on your bench because you're going to need to fill in for Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's hurt. And, you might want to fill in for this other Jefferson kid. He doesn't seem to be performing very well. He looks
terrible. After week 1, he looked amazing. Now not so good. I don't know really what happened.
Yeah, so you're gonna have some spots to fill in. So it's all good. You got some players on your bench who are performing well. And hopefully you won't be in the shoulda, woulda, couldas next week. All right, guys, let's move it on to our Matt's favorite segment of the week. It's because he talks the whole time. It's Matt's weekly round the league recap. Go, brother.
Awesome. All right, guys. So around the league, congratulations. We kind of touched on it earlier. Ben, you and I are the only undefeated teams in Dynasty. Whoa. Conroy's holding it down at 3-0. That feels really good because I did not think my team was going to be all that great this year. I was really kind of doing a half rebuild, and I may still be. But hey, 3-0 is awesome. Congrats to you and me on that.
You too, sir.
And in that league, I know we keep talking about this guy, and I feel bad. Bobby and Dre, both looking for their first win still in that league. Winless, that's tough, man. You start out 0-3, you pretty much know your season's done. This league's too competitive unless you're willing to trade the bank or Dynasty, you could always trade the future away, which I've pretty much done. I don't think I have a first-round pick till like 2030. But yeah, those guys are not doing so good. So hopefully they can turn it around. And then in Guillotine League, Jeff did a really good job of bringing in some guys to donate money to us this year. Some guys I don't think know football that well. Some guy named Fuck Jerry, I think his name is. He started Keenan Allen this week, who was on his bench. He didn't even break 70 points, if I remember it correctly. So thanks for the donation, Jerry. We really appreciate that. Come back next year. On his team this week, up for the bid is going to be Keenan Allen, Nick Chubb, and CEH. Those are some good guys. Bid should be getting pretty high. I think we had a guy spend like over $700 last week for Taylor. Whoa. Yeah. So that was fun. Just got to get these guys to keep spending money. Some guys are just holding money for the end, but I got to get them to spend it. So yeah, no, that's the recap around the league of our other leagues. I still haven't heard back from anybody if they are, listening from the alternative leagues. So I still, guys, reach out to us. Tell us if you're listening. We'll dedicate a little more time to this section if you guys are listening. But, who knows? All right, guys. So a few other things are happening right now. I haven't got one, but apparently Ryan is sending out poo-poo platters to everybody.
Poo-poo platters.
Yeah. I think you got one, didn't you?
I got two. I got a healthy helping of the poo-poo platter.
Those are like, what, 4 trash guys for one of your studs, something like that?
There was like 6 guys in each trade, bro. It was ridiculous, dude. He was basically selling his whole team off for one player. Now,
did those come through the night before where maybe there was a little alcohol involved, or those today sober?
No, those were late night trades, I believe.
Late night trades. You gotta love those.
I got them last night.
Gotta love those.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's been sending them to everybody.
I didn't get one, but and then I also heard today on the thread that Joe's finally ready to trade some of his stud running backs. He's got Jonathan Taylor and CMC. I guess that happens when you haven't won a game yet this year. But I'm looking to jump in on that. So after this pod's over, I'll be sending out some trades to Joe to try and get some of those running backs if they're still available. And I just want to touch base on a couple guys that I think that people should be going after this weekend or this week. I personally be trading for, I'd be trying to trade for any 49er receiver. I think, they've been so bad to start. Jimmy's going to get better. I hope he's going to get better. So I'd be looking to trade for either one of them. Anybody who wants to throw me like a doggy bag of poo-poo platters or something for Justin Jefferson, the guy's terrible. He sucks. He's the worst player in the league. Go ahead and send those my way. I'm done with him. I only paid $9,000 for him in the draft, so it should be easy to get him from me. No problem. And then, some wide receivers I might be targeting this week if they're available. Romeo Dobbs looks like the new number 1 for Green Bay. 8 targets, 8 catches. Rodgers, that's going to build his trust. I think he's going to be a stud going forward. George Pickens, he got targeted on 25% of his routes this weekend. Anytime somebody gets that kind of target share is great. So I'd be looking to grab him. Josh Palmer and maybe KJ Osborne are both stepping up right now. So those are guys who I might be looking for also.
All right,
and
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much the targets that I'm going for this week.
Nice. Fellas, if you guys can get your hands on any of those guys, go after them. Dobbs is not available, I know, because I already checked. Joseph has him on his team. He's not available.
He's looking to trade.
Hey, you might be looking to trade. There you go. I don't need receivers, as you know, because my receivers are all amazing. So I'm good in that area.
And then, what I think I'm going to do in this section also, I'm going to announce for the forced bet with Nate that I'm doing this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This week, well, let's go to this. Right now, me and Nate are tied 0-0 after 3 weeks. No money changed hands.
Yeah.
Everybody else that he's doing the bet with, 3 or 4 other guys, all owe him money. So, Nate, your competition is here. This week, you are going to cheer for Jacksonville. That's what I was trying to get to earlier. Jacksonville playing against Philadelphia. Nate, go ahead and root for Goldilocks. All yours.
You go. All right. I'm glad we've actually. If I didn't know that we have Bobby in line for an interview this week to talk to him for high and low, I'd be a little worried, and I would say that somebody might need to do a welfare check on the man going 0-6 in both leagues. That's rough. That's rough.
Well, should we bring him in?
Yeah, let's do that, guys. We're gonna head it on to high versus low or high and low. I don't know. Here we go. We're gonna talk to Bobby Hab right now. Hit it. All right, guys. We're time for high and low, our favorite segment of the week. When we get to talk to you guys, our fucking family and friends here on the Degenerate podcast. Mainly the top and low score of the week. This week, our low score of the week is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Bobby Hab. What are you wearing, dude?
Long time listener, first time caller.
So you're redoing bits now, huh?
Yeah. Nice.
All
right, Bob.
It's hard to hear you, man. I
love the podcast, man. I just love it. It's so fun watching your little mugs just spout off at the mouth. I love it.
Spout off of the mouth. Well, hey, Bob, it's good to have you here. Thank you for giving me my win this weekend, making it so easy on me. I didn't think I would actually pull this off as bad as my team was playing, but I took you down 121-90. So, low score of the week. What do you got to say for yourself?
Oh, it was a bad win, too. I mean, we combined for the lowest combined score of the entire year so far. So, yeah, I mean, we had the two worst teams in the league playing against each other. You know,
what? You are full of shit. Don't drag me down into this. There's 4 or 5 teams that I scored more than this week. It is not the fucking worst team in the league. That is you, buddy.
Maybe we should have talked about you yelling into your new microphone, Matt. You should scoot it back away from your face if you're going to yell it into it.
I tried to test it with you ahead of time, brother. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it.
I should rephrase that. I lost to the team who most of us picked as the worst team in the league. Sorry, I said that.
That is fair. I am tied for the league lead right now, but that's fair, man. Nice.
I appreciate you holding strong, Bobby, and making me look good this year. So far, you've kept it strong, 0-3. My prediction holds strong as you being the worst team in the league. So I appreciate that.
Actually, it doesn't quite hold strong. See, week 1, if we want to recap, week 1, I went up against the second highest scoring team in the league, who was number 1 in power rankings until he lost last week to my week 2 opponent, and I lost by 6 points, scoring 146 points.
So that's still a loss, right?
That is a loss, yes.
Okay, just checking.
Then week 2, I lost to the highest scoring team in the league, who put up 186 points on me. What are you going to do? With a score that would have beat both of your teams last week. So, I don't know, worst team in the league, that might be stretching it.
Wait, didn't last week, wasn't that Alex high score that I played against? So I don't think you could have also played against Alex in the high score. But that's okay. We got a stat guy this week. He's going to go ahead and keep you real at the end, buddy.
I didn't say in the week, I said in the league. He's Adam is the highest scoring team in the league as of today.
Yeah. You still have 3 losses, bro. I mean, you still are 0-3. No matter how you want to justify it, you're still 0-3.
It has not been my year so far. That is true.
Worst record in the league. And I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. You're making me look good.
You're going to need it this week, though, buddy. Both of you guys.
Are you going to beat both of us?
Ben is going down in main league. Matt, you're going to lose in both leagues this week. Write it down. Both leagues this week. You're losing in Dynasty to me, and Sean's going to beat you in main league.
Because last time you called out a Conroy in the Dynasty League, you didn't come through. So I guess you can take a second shot at it. Go ahead.
Hey, I'll keep taking shots. What are you going to do?
3-0 and 3-0 in the Dynasty League right here.
Yeah, Conroys. Yeah.
We're holding it down strong. Well, Bobby, we're excited to have you on this week. Thank you so much for your time. I'm gonna nip this in the bud because you guys are just gonna keep going back and forth, and we're not gonna get anywhere. But dude, I'm excited to kick your butt this week. You got any last words before we move on?
Are we not going to talk about this whole guys? You have to play. If you pick a guy up, you have to play him. If you pick a guy up, you have to play him. And boys, just sitting on your bench, man, sitting on your bench. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference, but still, come on, man. If you're gonna say it on the podcast, let's put your money where your mouth is, buddy.
Yeah. You know what? I did that day when I was speaking about it. I meant if you burned your waiver priority, you should play him. I guess I did that. I really didn't think I'd get Boyd, but thanks for keeping me honest, buddy.
Always, Matt. I love you guys. I'm so glad to be on the show. Can't wait to see it again. Rock and roll. Can't wait to see how the cut comes up, and love you guys, man.
See you,
All
Bob.
right. Later, Bobo. Oh, Bobby Hab coming in strong, talking trash, dude. I mean, that
Nice,
guy,
nice.
I mean, when you're 0-6 in your leagues, you got to come out strong, defending yourself any way possible. And the easiest way to do it is to try and drag other people down. So
Oh, he did do that. He definitely tried to drag me down. Yep.
he was going hard on you, man.
Yeah.
We're going to go right now to hopefully our high score of the week, which was Adam. So we're going to try and effort a video from him right here.
High score this week, Degenerates. 2 weeks ago, last week, 2nd to 1st. This week, 1st. 2nd to 1st is also just 2nd. Don't even need to put to 1st. Couldn't have done it without my aerial attack. Went in hard with Lamar Jackson. 45 points. Boom, right out the gate. Big ups to my QB, man. Christian Kirk came through with 19. Good showing out of that no-name down in Jacksonville. We got Devonta Smith, second-year breakout for 30 points. Damn! And, Amari Cooper still showing up, man. 23. Good on you, bro. Even with a shitty journeyman quarterback, man, still came through. Anyone but Baker, that's what I say. And, yeah, Deebo Samuel even came through with 12 points, man. What I didn't need was running backs, it turns out. 0. I didn't need a fucking running back. Left all them on my bench. 23 out of Singletary. Fucking 14 out of Jacobs. Why aren't you motherfuckers offering me real trades? I got players, motherfucker. First!
All right, guys. So we're going to move on to our second to last segment here. We got our league standings. We have to go through real quick, talk about who's winning, who's losing. Who's on the top, who's on the bottom. So start off with the left coast, the league that I'm, started out originally in like 20 years ago. And since we've started moving around leagues and everything, I'm no longer in that one, which kind of bums me out. But we got Alex at the Natives sitting at top 2-1. Actually, all three guys are 2-1. And then Bobby down there at the bottom, 0-3. Sad Bobby down there. But you, Adam, Alex, all banging it out there at the top, 2-1, trying to take a dominance there in that division. Hopefully, Bobby can turn around and make an effort to give you guys some challenges farther down into those league division games at the end of the season. We'll see. Arizona Bay, Ryan and Nathan sitting at the top, 2-1. Looks like Sean and Justin are both 1-2. And efforting to bring that back up to an even stance with the other two guys. We'll see how that turns out. And then Saddle Creek, the division that I'm in now, leading. Actually, I'm tied now with Josh of all people, 2-1. Steve's sitting at 1-1, and then Joe down there at the bottom, 0-2-1. What do you think about these standings, bro? Are you happy with where you're at? Are you
Yeah, I picked a heck of a division this year. Adam and Alex is exactly who I wanted. I wanted the chance to beat them in the season and not have to face them in the playoffs. We're all tied up right now, so I'm loving where I am. Ryan got the head-to-head or the tiebreaker over Nate, so he's in the lead in that division. And then you and, man, I can't believe it, the two teams that I picked, best team in the league, you, worst team in the league, Josh, are tied at 2-1. So I don't know if that says something more about you or him, but no, I think it's all looking pretty good. Anything you got to say about the standings? I'm ready to move on to this week's matchups.
No, I think we're good. I think we see where everybody's standing, and check it again next week, see how it goes. All right,
yeah.
Let's move on to our head-to-head and our this week's matchups. So let's go with this week's matchups first. I have it right here in front of me. So right now, this week, we got Bobby against me going strong 2-1. Bobby's trying to bring it up from the bottom. I think I'm gonna. Should we just pick them at the same time right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna go with me.
Yep.
Who you taking?
Really? Are you sure?
Yep.
So we're going a 2-1 team. against a 0-3 team. You're favored by 21. Yeah, no need to even talk about it.
Let's move along to our next one is Sean versus you. Going to be an interesting matchup, I think. Are you going to play the right guys this week? I'm curious. I don't know. Sean's team.
Well, before you make your pick, just so you know, I have two guys in right now that I will not be starting because Myles Garrett is hurt, and Hufanga, even though I like the dude as a Niner, he's not great for fantasy so far. So I'll be filling 2 roster spots. After that, I would think that I'd pick up the 8 points that Sean is favored by, and I would then be favored in the game. So just so you have all the information before you make a choice.
All right, I'm going with you.
Yes.
Over Sean this week. I was looking at Sean's team. I made all these picks ahead of time. I was looking at Sean's team this week, and I'm just not really excited to see what he's got going on. So I'm going with you this week. I think you're going to continue to roll. So let's
awesome.
move it along to next game. We got
I
Adam.
picked me too.
Well, I thought you already picked you. So
I did. I double pick.
I'm going with the next one up is Adam versus Joe. Adam coming off a big week this week, high score. Joe sitting down there 0-2-1. I don't think his team is really going to step it up this week again. Like I said before, I did all my research ahead of time. I'm picking Adam this week to continue to roll.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the preview, he's pretty much favored at every single position except for the running backs. Unless Kirk Cousins has a second coming with Justin Jefferson, I don't see any way that Adam doesn't steamroll him. I'm with you.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's a good pick. I think we both are on track right there. Moving forward, this week's game of the week, I'm calling it Steve versus Nate. This is a big one. I think I like I said, I did my research ahead of time, and I'm looking at my favorite here is Steve. Unfortunately, Nate, I'm looking at his team and thinking, I like Aaron Rodgers. I like Eckler this week. Elliott had a good game this last week. Brandon Ayuk showed up. Where did he come from? He all of a sudden showed up. He had a decent game. And I'm looking for Jamar Chase to rebound next week. So I was looking, I'm not really stoked on David Carr against Denver, or Derek Carr for that matter. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm leaning towards Steve this week, and that's who I'm picking.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning the same way. The car is broken in Denver. It's going to need a tow truck. Pittman, is he healthy? DJ Moore, Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I think I'm also, unless Cooper Kupp has a miraculous game, which I don't see happening against our Niners, knock on wood. Yeah, I'm going to lean Steve also. You do it, Steve. And while we're here, brother, you just apologize to Nate for not picking him. You haven't apologized to anybody else for not picking him. Check yourself.
That's true. Good point. I'm taking Steve. You're taking. Wait. You're taking Steve.
We're both taking Steve.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
Both taking Steve. Who did you take in the Adam versus Joe? I forgot to write it down.
We picked the same everyone this time, brother. We haven't different ones.
We haven't differed yet. Okay.
Yeah, not yet.
Josh versus Ryan this week. I'm going with Rye Bread. I think he is going to take it. I think his team is going to step up. I was looking at the numbers. I like Josh Allen this week against Baltimore. Derrick Henry showed up again, so all of a sudden his team looks even better. Mike Williams with the return of Keenan Allen. Hopefully that'll give Mike Williams a little help out there. So yeah, I'm liking Ryan's team this week to take on Josh, and I think Josh I don't think he's his team's good, but I don't know. I think I like Ryan this week. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look and see how Josh scored 144 points last week with his team. I mean, Michael Thomas went out hurt. Burrows looked like a dumpster fire. Allen Robinson has not had a good season to start. Yeah, I'm surprised at Josh's score last week now looking at this. So I wish I could differ from you to make it exciting, but no, I'm going with Ryan.
Damn, man. If we go chalk all the way down, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Justin versus Alex right here. This should be an easy pick. And unfortunately, I think we're going to go the same route again, but I'm going Justin here. I think his team just has been looking good. I like what I see from it. Jalen Hurts has been playing well. Barkley had a good game last night. Broke that long run for the touchdown, or not last night, but Monday night. Or was that last night? Was it Tuesday?
It's also last night. Yeah.
Yeah. And Andrews has been playing well for him. I think I like Justin this week.
We shouldn't have even done this section, dude. We're so boring. With Swift going to be out for a while, that's really going to hurt Alex's team. Connor could have a good game. Mostert, yeah, man. Unless he has one of those amazing weeks where Reek and fucking Waddle go off for 1 million points like they did against me last week, I don't see how Alex's team is all that strong. Man, picking Justin. Sorry, it's boring, guys. Chalk.
You know what? Actually, I went back right now to look at my notes, and I was talking trash, and I was saying all this nice things about Steve's team and against Nate, and I actually picked Nate's team.
Okay. All right.
I have it circled a little B next to Nate. And so I don't know why when I came in here, I was thinking Steve, but that's so funny.
What's the B stand for?
For Ben.
Oh, like he was going to beat him or something. I didn't know.
No,
like, beat him.
No, I actually, when I looked, I'm looking back at my notes, and I actually picked Nate, but in the moment I picked Steve. So I don't know who to go with now. In the moment I went
Make a decision. Make a decision.
You know what? Just because I don't want us to be everything exactly the same this week, I'm going to go with Nate. I'm going to take Nate because I thought he had a better team when I was looking at it before. I don't know why I picked Steve in the moment. I think it's because I squared. I think he was favored. I think that's why I squared it. Like I put a square around his name to show that he was favored. And so in my head, I don't know. Anyways.
So the guy who in the live moment you apologize to for not picking him, you're now going to go back and make sure he knows how much you love him and switch your pick to take him. All right, dude. Sounds about right. Sounds like what a groom and a best man would do. I get it, dude. I get no.
Right here.
You could have done that since then. It doesn't matter. I get it, dude. I get it.
Going back. I'm just being honest.
All right.
Being honest.
Just saying.
All right. Anyways, all right. Let's move in.
And so, how are we doing this year on our predictions?
Our predictions this year, right now, we have myself with 5 wins, 12 losses. Yourself with 4 wins. I'm 5 of 12. You're 4 of 12, basically.
Whoa.
5 of 12.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm I got one up on you, but we're both below 500 right now. So
way below 500.
Yeah, we need to step it up.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
All
right. Well, what else you got for today, man?
That's it, man. We're done. But just a little special segment we have for you guys this week, and it's going to be an ongoing segment. He's here.
Well, we'll see about that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if you impress Matt, I guess you can be there every week. We'll see. But we're going to go to our next favorite segment that we have, and it's called Commish Corrections. And we're going to bring in our commish right now, Nathan, who has been sitting in here listening to us and able to correct us right now if he's still in the room and he wants to pop his camera back on. Come on in, Nate. Hey
guys.
Happy to have you.
Great podcast as usual. I've been enjoying every minute of it, especially all of Ben's flubs this week. It's been
Don't worry, he usually edits them out.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna get straight to the corrections. I only got a couple for you guys this week. First of all, in Bobby's segment, he incorrectly claimed that Adam is the highest scoring team in the league. That's not true. Adam is actually the 4th highest scoring team in the league. He's behind Justin, Alex, and myself. But to be fair, we're all within 11 points of each other. So the 4 of us have really separated ourselves from the rest of the league, but Bobby did not play the highest scoring team in the league. All
There
right.
you go.
Makes sense.
Yep. My next point here is Matt was playing a little bit of Tuesday morning quarterback, criticizing Sean for playing Carson Wentz. What you may not have remembered is Carson Wentz was coming off back-to-back 30-plus performances. I believe he had 32 and 33 in weeks 1 and 2. He's playing on a new team and a new offense. It seems likely he could do it again. The only names on waivers that he could have gone with, the most established names would have been like Tannehill or Matt Ryan. They both scored negative points in week 2.
Ooh.
Okay. And unless you're suggesting that he should have picked up Geno Smith or Jacoby Brissett, I think Sean probably made the right move there. It just didn't work out for him. So
He probably did, but it's Carson Wentz in 2022. I'm going to say something.
fair enough. Ben,
Sorry, I was gonna say it's not like you picked up Joe Flacco to start last minute, like somebody.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Ben, just a second ago in your tally for the predictions, you said that you're 5-12 and Matt's 4-12. I'm not sure how that math works, unless you made one extra pick that he didn't make.
I was going to leave it alone.
Wait, what?
You may want to go back and retally that.
We predicted the same amount of games, but you have one more.
No,
17 to 16.
It's okay. Go back and tally it again.
We'll explain it to him later. We'll explain it to him later.
Wait, I'm 3-0 the first week. I went 3 for 6 the first week, and I went 2 for 6 the second week. So doesn't that?
How many matchups per week?
12 games, isn't there?
3 weeks, 18 games. So both our scores both of ours should equal 18.
I'm an idiot.
We got to get better at this, keeping scores, keeping the records as we go on. I know you guys have played a few games the first week. Last thing I want to point out here is I'm glad you guys brought it up, Ryan's poo-poo platters. I just want to add a little bit of context, put a little flavor into this, okay? So I don't know if you guys caught it, but on Sunday night, Ryan put Josh Allen on the block. He sent it out to the whole league. Josh Allen.
Saw that. Yep.
So, of course, me being a guy that just lost his quarterback and is stuck with David Carr. That is his name, right? Or Derek Carr.
It's good to have you here, man.
I'm the original that did that at the draft, by the way. I drafted David Carr, if you remember.
Yeah.
But, of course, when Ryan puts Josh Allen on the block, of course, I'm going to start peppering Ryan with trades right away. And Ryan's playing real coy. He's saying, those are good trades, but I've got some real good fish on the hook over here. If those don't work out, I'll come back to you. And I said, you got some offers? What are you looking at? And he said, I'm enticing them with Josh Allen. I'm getting Jonathan Taylor offers over here. He says, I'm talking to Ben about some other offers. I was like, I can't compete with that, obviously. So I was happy to see that you and Joe both put him on blast this morning. And curiously, I didn't see Josh Allen in any of those offers that he made.
No, he sent me 2 of those offers, and then the next day he sent me a message saying, "Hey, I heard you like Josh Allen. You might be interested."
Yeah, so I will now be rescinding all of the offers I made to him and lowering them all one notch.
There you go.
Nice.
Speaking of poo-poo platters, Matt, check your trade desk.
Oh, sweet.
The poo-poo platter that you asked for while I was listening to you guys, so it's on its way. All right.
I bet it's stinky as ever.
Oh, no. You'll be happy to hear the trade analyzer approves.
Fuck that thing. You're never welcome back on this show. You're off.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much, Nate. Appreciate it, man. Kamish, see you next week.
Yep.
See you guys
later. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening again. This was the Degenerate Breakdown, and we will talk to you guys again next week.
Episode 4.
Yeah.